Hello, good afternoon, it's Dave.
And John.
From Manor Park Classics. And we're here to do our
weekly walk around. Yeah.
Starting with this little beauty.
Nice thing.
Yeah. We believe it to be a 1964, although it's not registered, so it's never had any documentation. We believe it's a 1964 Solex S330, 3300, sorry. Been nicely restored, had a load of work done on it. It's had the engine rebuilt, and we've got the original parts here from when it was all redone. I've not heard it running, but we're led to believe it runs, don't we, John? And
it's a pretty thing. We've seen a few of these now, haven't we?
Yeah.
And they've always sold. They've always done okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool little thing.
Came as a collection. We got some other bikes off the gentleman, so that's one of them. Next one, you know a bit more about this one, John. We've got a 1989 FZR1000.
Yeah, it comes to us, both of these from the same chap, actually. Motorcycle instructor locally. Just got a few bits and bobs, just time to make a bit of room in his garage. So both working, both running, both ready to go, basically. So
great looking bike.
Great looking bike, lovely paint job. And you could do whatever. You could just have as a run around. You could turn it into a track bike.
Takes me back.
You could do whatever. Seat cowl isn't perfectly on at the minute, but that's just the way we've put it. It will go on properly. The little lugs are there underneath, so it isn't snapped or anything like that.
Nice.
Nice little thing.
And next to it, the Gen 2 R1.
Gen 2 R1, yeah, same guy. And again, this one's just ready to go. So nice, cheap sports bike for somebody.
And that's 2002.
2002. It has had a little bit of paint, that bike, as you can see. Again, you'll see all the photos online, as we always do, and mileage and service histories and bits like that. It has had a little bit of paint, but it's nice. It looks okay.
Okay. The Norton, do you want to just mention something about that?
Yes, we've had this from a previous sale, and we won't go into the history of how this bike came about with what happened to Norton, but that is a near new bike, 63 miles. We did have it in one of our previous sales, and it didn't achieve, unfortunately. There has been a rather large change in its price, or its reserve, as we might call it. So hopefully we will get a new home for that, because it's beautiful and it deserves to go to a new home.
What a good looking bike, isn't it?
It's just a shame the way that the situation happened with Norton, which we don't need to get into.
But it's resolved now. And
it's resolved. The customers have had bikes or money or whatever they've had. And it just needs to go to a new home now. It's gorgeous, and it's done 60 miles.
60 miles.
60 miles.
Needs somebody to...
Yeah, it comes with a beautiful presentation box. I don't know if Charlotte can pan onto that. You know, a lot of presentation boxes that from manufacturers are cardboard. That one's got a beautiful box. Obviously, once all the keys and fobs are all in it, it all goes into there.
Nice.
So it's really nice. So they did the right thing as a manufacturer, and unfortunately, it needs to find a new home, as we say. So
we're going to a couple of big bikes next. 2005 Harley Davidson Road King, but you could call this one a Road King Plus.
Road King and some.
Yes, this Road King has had its power upgraded by fitting a supercharger to it. So not only has it got loads and loads of bling on it, it's also got a supercharger and intercooler at the bottom here. So I'm not quite sure what that will do to its performance figures, but it will certainly...
It makes a hell of a noise. I rode it round the car park.
It does make a heck of a noise.
It makes a heck of a sound.
There's bills and receipts for all sorts of work done on that with the supercharger. You know, literally tens of thousands of pounds of work done on that. So
if you're into these, it's a beautiful thing, isn't it? There's every conceivable extra. There's a light show on it with all beautifully wired-in switches, all integrated for different light performances. Highway bars, flat footboards, front and rear. It has the top box. It also has a rear carrier which can be interchanged. I think these come with upgraded exhaust. I think they've been upgraded again. It's just no expense spared there, really, has there?
Amazing thing. Another bike with a load of bling on it next week. Now, you know more about these.
And more lights. Everyone knows a Goldwing, and they generally come with lots of lights. This one's no different. Really nice example. 03, I think.
03, yeah. GL1800 Goldwing.
Yeah, it's not the deluxe, so it hasn't got the sat-nav, which people use those anyway. They tend to put their own on now because they're more up-to-date, or your phone or whatever they use.
Got audio.
It's got all the audio. It's got all the bits. It's got indicators inside. The mirrors integrated. A few nice other little LEDs. And it's in really nice nick. It's got the genuine Honda tail with the brake lights. It has had the lights with the upgrade that people do. So it's loads of nice chromey bits on it like people want. Yep. And they're an awful lot of touring bike for the money, these, aren't they? The ultimate tourer, Honda would say.
Yeah. you'd struggle to argue against that, really. Yeah, the Ultimate Tourer. I know a lot of the other manufacturers will claim they've got one, but I think they are always trying to
be one of these.
Trying to get to the Goldwing, really, aren't they? Going backwards in time again after that one, we've got a 1976 Triumph TR7 750 Tiger.
Yeah.
That's a pretty looking bike. I used to have a 750 Tiger.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, had to make way for another vehicle I've got in my lot, but yeah, it had to go. But yeah, great bike. Nice bike to ride, and always enjoyed riding that. Not that I did that many miles on it, but that's a pretty looking bike.
Yeah, it's been nicely done. It's done 1,600 miles since its rebuild.
Right.
So, yeah, nice thing.
Yep.
Pretty.
Little monkey bike next to it. Now, this one isn't a Honda. This is a Sky Team. Make of the Honda monkey bike. We're still trying to find out the full details on this one because it has had quite some significant work done to it, because it's got a Yoshi system, it's got upgraded suspension, brakes, looks like the engine's been done.
Yeah,
that doesn't look like a standard bore and stroke on that.
Not.
So I would say that's
potentially a 150 engine, isn't it? But we're just waiting for some paperwork to come and do a bit of research. Put a nice little Yoshi system on it. Cute little thing.
Does start. We've had that running, so it's done
661 miles.
Yeah, so done next to nothing. That is a 2015 bike, so it's done nothing in its time. Yeah,
it kicks over and starts as well. We've done that. We've tried it.
The Beta next to it. We always do well with trials bikes.
Yeah, another Dougie Lampkin. We had one of these. We had the 270 last sale, which flew out. That's the 250, the earlier one. They are what they are, aren't they? They're a lot of fun for if that's your hobby. And they're cheap, aren't they? For what you can have a lot of fun for not a lot of money with those, can't you?
Yeah, you can indeed. Yeah. Something else you don't see very often next to it. In fact, I can't remember the last time I saw one of these. A Buell Ulysses, I think they're called. Is it an XB11? XB12.
XB12. Yeah, this one has had a few upgrades, and as I say, we'll mention all those in the write-up. Exhaust system, various bits and bobs. It does come with 3-box genuine luggage as well. It is over there. We've only took it out the van today, so we just haven't given it a wipe and put the luggage on.
It sounds well.
It sounds amazing. It fires on the button. Gentleman's done a couple of tours with his wife on this bike, and it's sat there amongst other bikes he owns. He had a few in the garage. It's just time for this one to go. So it's all there, ready to ride and tour on.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I've just done a Bike of the Week video on this next one. A little 1989 on the MZ ETZ250, 250 two-stroke. I had that one running this afternoon. That starts sweet as a nut. Lovely little bike, that.
Absolutely mint.
It is mint, yeah. It's lovely.
It's gleaming.
And compared to, I know some of the Japanese 250 two-strokes are where everybody seems to want to be, but you're probably going to spend 3 times the amount of money on one of those that you're going to spend on that. And you turn up a bike meeting, and that will probably be the only MZ there.
Absolutely.
It'll be a row of Japanese 250 two-strokes. I think it looks quite a handsome little bike as well. And there's also a race series for them. There's all sorts you can do with these MZs now. They are quite sought after.
You'll struggle to find a better example than that one.
You'd struggle to find one at all.
Right, yeah, well, yeah, it's gorgeous, that.
These next 4 bikes, actually that one and the next 3, have all come off the same vendor. And if you look at the quality of the bikes that he's put in with us, they are all absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Kawasaki Super Sherpa 250.
That's a bit of me, that one. I like that one.
I know, yeah. We both honed in on that one when it came out of the van. That's a 58 plate, 2008 on the 18 on the 58. Pretty little bike. These were never imported to the UK. This one, I believe, to have come from North America originally. It's done very little mileage.
It's absolutely original. Again, beautiful, isn't it?
Original and superbly done. Looks lovely.
Apart from that rear carrier on the back, that looks like everything as it was. Standard, yeah, absolutely.
Yes. So again, the gentleman also put in this 1979 Honda CB250N Superdream. We've had a few Superdreams lately. This is probably the nicest one we've had.
Yes.
We've had some nice ones.
Yeah, last auction there was a nice one.
Original ones, and we've had some a bit tatty and this, that and the other. This is probably the nicest one we've had in to date. So it's a 1979. It's not done a great deal of mileage. It's 5,900 miles.
Wow.
And that's going to do well. That's going to fly. That's going to get a load of interest in it, that one. They are a bike of interest, because if you were at the time, you could ride those on L plates.
If you want to just buy yourself a classic and get on it and ride it, all of these. Look at the condition of them. Yeah. They're all fantastic. What a credit to the owner, all of them. Yeah, absolutely.
Suzuki T250 next to that, again from the same gentleman. That one was running yesterday. That's 1969.
Yeah.
Starts, runs, a pretty little bike.
Cute bike, that, isn't it?
They're all lovely, aren't they? And they're not, they're not fortunes, are they? In reality.
But they're popular, aren't they? If you want to get a little something to ride up to the meets, and you can't, bothered with the huge big bikes. Great load of fun. I mean, look at any of these you could do that with.
Yeah. I hadn't seen one of these until we sold one in a sale.
2 or 3 sales ago, yeah, we had one. And again, it was lovely, but I think this one's just a bit nicer.
Yeah. FZR1000 Genesis phaser.
Yeah, and I didn't realise this because I don't know much about these, but they rev up to 16,000 revs.
Yeah, they sound a bit
17,000 revs.
They sound like a 2-stroke when they are revving, but that's a 250 4-cylinder 4-stroke.
Ace. I'd like a go with that.
The pistons must be tiny.
Yeah.
Again, a cracking looking little bike. If you wanted to turn up at a bike meet somewhere and be the only person on one of those, I would think you'd that's
succeed.
The second one I've seen, and I've been in the motorbike industry for years.
Yeah.
Again, not going to be a huge amount of money.
No.
Ready to go. You don't need to spend any money on it. It's just get it taxed,
get it taxed, and go and enjoy it.
Go and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So some good quality stuff there.
Absolutely. We've got loads more to come. As you can probably see behind, the hall is getting full, bikes and cars. We're out all week again, bringing new stock in.
Busy week next week.
Busy week next week, so there'll be lots to talk about next week. But if you do have anything that you're thinking of moving on, obviously give us a shout, email us, phone us, message us on Facebook, whichever you want to do.
www.manorparkclassics.com is where all the videos and pictures will be. And if there's anything else, have a look on Instagram, like and share our page, and we'll see you at the sale.
See you soon.
Thank you very much.